So you've tried swimming, but it seems really hard. There is sinking, gasping for air, splashing around. It's just a big struggle. Well, this is not just you. Many adults face this problem because they try to learn a skill, but they're missing important steps. So I'm going to show you a simple progression that you can use to go from a beginner level to a complete full stroke swimming freestyle. Step number one, it's blowing bubbles. This exercise is not just for the little kids. It's important at any age and any levels. Ideally, you need to learn how to exhale through the nose. Now, that's quite easy. All you have to do is blow your nose. But if you struggle with that as well, there's a little trick we use with little kids, which is humming. If you just go like that, full meditation mode, then the air will naturally come through the nose. Step number two, we have to make it with a rhythm. You exhale when you go underwater, you inhale when you come up. Inhale with your mouth, exhale through the nose. Lots of people, especially if they learn swimming later on in life, they put their face in the water and they go into panic mode, like holding breath. Instead, you must learn how to breathe out. So exhale through the nose, inhale through your mouth. And when we swim, we hold the breath and then we exhale a little bit faster just before we sip air in. We talk about this later on. Step number two, and that is floating and balance. You've learned how to blow bubbles. You are comfortable with your face in the water. You are comfortable with the water coming into your ears. By the way, if you want to get rid of the water in your ears, you just tilt your head to the side and do some little jumps. It works all the time. Now, back to stage two. Floating and balance. We have to be balanced. We have to do exercise like floating onto your back and regaining an upright position. Floating on your front and regaining an upright position. Understanding that in the water, if you push the water backwards, your body will move forward. If you push the water forward, then your body will move backwards. So it works like opposite. We understand how we move in the water, how we can move around. These two are the most important. Now let's move on the actual skills, on the actual technical parts that makes freestyle front crawl. Step number three, and that is push and glide off the wall. This drill is going to teach you the importance of being streamlined, which is straight body position, nice and flat, horizontal, like a rocket, like a torpedo. That position is obviously very fast in the water because there is less resistance and your body is longer. Now, why this is important? Because when you swim, for example, front crawl, you want to get in that position and you want to keep that position as much as you can. The long axis, horizontal position. Step number four will be kicking. The kick has to come from the hips, floppy ankles. We are going to practice that against the wall and also with the kickboard, kicking our front, breathing with the head out of the water like a turtle, head down again, kicking on our front. We're going to do lengths and lengths of kicking, which can be hard, but we need kicking, especially at the beginning, so we can keep our legs up. Later on, once we understand more the balance and the coordination, the rotation and the arms and all of that, then the kick can be there just for balance. But at the beginning, we need a good kick. Step number five would be learning the side lateral breathing position. This one, I think, is the most difficult one because the basic human instinct is to lift the head out of the water, but obviously that affects the balance, and as a consequence of that, the legs will sink and it's a disaster. So how do we fix that? The exercise, the drill we must learn is kicking on the front and breathing to the side. When we turn, we make sure the head rotates to the side as if you're looking over your shoulder, and the shoulder turns as well together with the chest. So we go from here to here. But most important is to maintain the head inside the water. We can actually make it easier at the beginning, and we can just do that against the wall, we can be in the shallow end on our feet, and we're just practicing this rotation movement over and over again until it becomes natural. Then we are going to do single arm freestyle. We use a kickboard to keep one arm extended in front, and then we are going to do a catch, a pull and a push with a recover, and then we do the same again, but this time we are going to combine the pull with the breathing to the side, and then the head goes in again and the arm recover. I'm on my front, I've got the kickboard here, I pull, I rotate, meanwhile I'm exhaling through my nose, then I take a breath in, then I go down again, I catch the board. Step number 6, this time we are still using that kickboard, but we are using both arms and we are alternating like that. We blow bubbles on one side, we breathe in on the other side. We blow bubbles on one side, we breathe in on the other side. Here, the main focus should always be to keep that head in the water and think about rotating to the side rather than lifting your head out. That's the most important, and I think that one that 99% of people we struggle with, because as I said before, your instinct is to get your head out, but we just want to rotate to the side. Then we can try and do that without the float. And the final step, number 7, front crawl catch up without the float. So you imagine the float is still there because you have to keep that front quadrant. That means at least one of your arms has to be in front. As you pull and push with your right arm, your left arm remains there, extending forward. Then there is body rotation and there is a catch at the front. And we repeat that on the other side with the breathing as well, head down. So basically front crawl catch up without the float. If you manage to do all the steps without failing, then you can move on doing almost catch up and full stroke. It won't be perfect at the beginning, but that's normal because there is so much to think. That's why it's important to master each step before you move on to the next one. It has to be like your second nature. For example, 1 week, just focus on the breathing. Week 2, just focus on the balance. Week 3, just focus on the kick. Week 4, just focus on the side breathing. Week 5, just focusing on the arm action plus the breathing. Week 6 and 7, do the full stroke. It's a long process, 2 months process of swimming at least once a week or twice a week. That's how you go from 0 to good level.